Hello everyone, it is Foulplay here and we are back for another Modern League. So last time I played Greenlight on the weekend, it was a little bit tragic, and as a result I'm doing sort of a couple of drastic changes. Might be a little bit too knee-jerk, but I'm going to be doing them anyway. So first of all, I've just removed 2 Griff Spoons and I put in 2 Spirit Mantles for just that more powerful evasiveness effect. We've come up against a few decks with flying creatures, and Griff Spoon just really wasn't cutting it. Other than that, I can't remember what I had in my main deck before, but I've got 4 ley lines, which were in their last league, but I'm not sure what was in the other 2 paths. I think it was a Spider Umbra and all that glitters maybe, but I've just cut down on 2 auras, gone on 2 Path to Exiles. Reason for doing this is I'm a little bit greedier in the sideboard, so 2 Path in the sideboard. We're going 3 Hushbringers. Death and Taxes definitely jumped up in value a lot since Skyclave Apparition is dominating out there. We've got 2 Rest in Peace. I really like my graveyard interaction, but I also really want to lean on Suppression Field a little bit more, give that a chance. We've been versing lots of mill, so going to bring in this bad boy Emrakul. So when it's put into my graveyard from anywhere, I get to shuffle my graveyard into my library. So this is for against mill. Been versing mill a lot recently. Seems like it's actually really quite strong and consistent from my impressions so far on the deck. So I want to have a hedge against it. They can surgical extraction or it like in response to the trigger, but you'll still get the shuffle effect. And if the Emrakul is like worth 10 cards, or even like 15 or 20, and you shuffle that back in, that's most of the time going to give you enough time to beat your mill opponent, right? Outside of that, we still have the 2 Gadok Tig, the 1 Damping Sphere, and the 2 Force of Vigor. Maybe with my list as it is, I want to start looking potentially at trimming down on the Sentinel's Eyes. Just because it's starting to look a little bit messy to me, you know. But we're gonna go with this list for now and see how it goes. Hopefully, if we come up against Mill, it's just going to be enough that we have the Emrakul in the sideboard, right? So, game 1, on the draw, we have like a 1.5 land hand with Scout and Leyline. I think it's a keep. We've sort of got like 1 mana here, and we've got like 2 drops, and it's kind of awkward, but we're on the draw, so hopefully that plus the Leyline are both going to be good enough to help get us there. Alright, so looks like we might be up against a burn deck. I'm not in a huge hurry to like fetch shock myself here. Might just play a turn 2 Scout. This might be wrong, but oh, is this a Hatebears deck? Alright, well, there is the Leodin Arbiter. They do have a Field of Ruin there. I shouldn't be shocking Anne, that was wrong. No. Let's get our Scout down. Throw down on Hyena Umbra here. This is sort of awkward because they're in like Skyclave Apparition range, which is of course a main deckable card. Looks like they have bricked on land though. Alright, hardcast Big Thalia, that's fine. So Ghost Quarter, they can, I guess, get us there. Now, we only have 3 fetch lands left in our deck, so if we draw a land, there's a large likelihood that it'll be fine. We do have a blank, so I'm just going to pass to my opponent. We've got Path to Exile, Ethereal Armor next turn, maybe even a Spirit Mantle. Sure. I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine. Opponent attacking me for 2, sure. So they ghost quartered one of my lands and they pathed the other. Well, we're just drawing like awfully bad. Also, obviously, I've set up some sort of green screen here. It's not the best. Fuck. We're like super boned now. I'm gonna have to like sort out the lighting a bit better, I reckon, or something. Look at us like just draw everything except mana. It is really surprising how much work this Lead and Arbiter has done this game. Mostly just because we've blanked super hard. Hopefully they do a bad attack and I can get back in there. Ooh, wow. Okay, this is potentially a bad attack. Double block the Skyclave. I can get a 1/1 illusion. That doesn't really get me too far. Alright, let's just ignore the Arbiter for now. Oh, wait, we're like super dead. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's get to the next game. Red-White Hatebears. I mean, big yikes on the ley line there. I thought we were versing a burn deck, and I couldn't have been more wrong. So obviously, Hushbringer is going to be excellent against this deck. We probably need the Path to Exiles as well. Force of Vigor, probably not. Damping Sphere, probably not. Suppression Field, reasonably good. Oh, actually, this deck could be running Stoneblade package, so maybe Force of Vigor is a consideration. This feels real awkward at the moment. Really, really awkward. We're bringing in 2 Hushbringers, so we can probably cut a couple of core Spirit Dancers. I mean, our opponent also showed main deck Path to Exile, so like Hushbringer's not even that good here. It's kind of frustrating. Spirit Mantle does give our creature protection from Skyclave Apparition, but they can still hit the Spirit Mantle. I think Suppression Field here might be a little bit too weak. Then I might just -1 Windswept Teeth, and we can go off that. Yeah, so like, I was right about that Dryad Arbor being awkward as well. It really messed us up real bad. Alright, we'll keep this hand. Looks really good. We'll bottom a Path, and our aura is excellent. We've got good mana. And it has a good clock on turn 2 attack for 5. So, you know, lots of positives here. Turn 1 Aether Vial for my opponent. It's not the worst thing ever for us. I guess we just go for the 5 damage here. It's not like our opponent can destroy an aura next turn. So we just jam both our good auras and attack. And then we can go for flying next turn. Alright, opponent has bricked on mana, so we get to really apply the pressure here, especially after drawing that next Ethereal Armor. Attacking for 12. I'd be very surprised if they could beat that. So they've conceded the game. Alright. Very fortunate for us. I sort of like Suppression Field more on the draw here. Maybe. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. It just feels like if my opponent's on the play, then they're going to be in a better position to Ghost Quarter our lands. And if it costs more mana for them to do that, then we're sort of like leveling them up a little bit. Although it is sort of getting in the range of overboarding quite a bit. Might go down on 1 Core Spirit Dancer, 1 Force of Vigor for it. So, go with that. Still super not in love with it. It's very awkward. Wow. Alright, well, we can't keep this. I really want to because I see a lot of good stuff in our hand, but I really can't. Alright, we'll keep this one. Let's just throw the suppression field and keep our plan, right? Turn 1 Aether Vial from my opponent. Alright, we draw a mana source, so that's really good. Actually, yeah. I sort of regret ditching suppression field now that I've seen Aether Vial. That could have been very punishing for our opponent. Yeah. Guess I keep suppression field, get rid of path. That's not great either, though. Giver of Runes, pretty frustrating. Alright, let's attack for 2 here. I'm going to put a stop on my opponent's draw step. And if they Vial in a Giver, I'll path 1 Giver. Really? Really don't even want to path Giver. Because I don't want to ramp them here. That feels bad, ramping them with Ghost Quarter. Guess I can let them put their card into play or not put it into play and then make the decision. Alright, I think we just got to sort of we have to do it. Double Giver seems way too good. Although ramping them a mana seems really bad for us as well. Also, this seems more like mono white, possibly with the Sunbait Canyons, just for card draw. So I think it's a mono white Hatebear list. Alright, well, I will take that. So I'm just jamming all my auras and attacking for as much as I can. I could get blown out by Blessed Alliance or Settle the Wreckage. I don't really think I have the luxury of playing around that, even though I did just draw this second creature. You know, this is a 3-turn clock, but it's 1 aura off being a 2-turn clock. And we really do need to pressure our opponent. 2 mana creature. Really? Oh my god, man. Well, I wasn't expecting a 2 mana artifact enchantment hate card. But I suppose since they're not on green, this does make sense. But this on top of Skyclave Apparition feels really bad for us right now. And like they can Flicker Whisper as well. Alright, there's the Stoneforge Mystic. So we did get the correct read on Stoneforge Mystic. Getting sort of fire and ice. I guess that gives them an extra protective effect, potentially. Well, if we do draw Force of Vigor, it could be very good here. Alright, well, we do have to attack. I guess I could have blocked that, and was there a reason I couldn't block that then? Well, just get blown out by the Skyclave here. Okay, no Skyclave. Well, that's the first bit of good news, I suppose. I mean, we're in, like, lots of trouble here. We've got 4 paths in the deck. And this card's just got us real good. Seems I've only got 1 Giver of Runes. We might be able to force a chump block. And then get get Path out and then beat them from under that whole lock that they've got going with the Giver of Rune chump block or the Giver of Rune protection over here. That's going to make things harder. Big attack from my opponent here. Obviously getting to deal 6 to us. Putting us best part towards dead. I will fetch this land here. Opponent, 3 cards in hand. Didn't play a land this turn, I don't believe. Yeah, so they bricked on land, which is probably really bad for us, but I'm not unhappy to see a Rancor here. Okay, we get in for 9. We gain 9 life. That was very important for us. Path on their own Stoneforge Mystic? Sure. Why do they need the mana? To activate their desert, maybe? That seems odd. I don't know why they did that. They've got a big creature. Cool. Another one of these really fair cards, which reads, your opponent gets screwed over. And you get good times. So yeah, their play makes a lot more sense now. I can't even Gaddock Teague against this stupid card. Because it's an overload cost and its CMC is only 2. So dumb. So dumb. Core Spirit Dancer might give us some work here. Okay, we're like super dead. What can I say? Awkward matchup, and we drew awkwardly. Like, look at all this mana. I guess 2 of the mana was gifted to us, but we did get to 4 mana after keeping a 1 mana hand. So drawing like super rubbish. Didn't get a Path to Exile for this Leonin Relic Water. If we got that, we would have got our Grispoon back. Would have made for a very different game as well. Yeah, I think packing Tecatlis, you probably going to be pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. We just drew pretty horribly, and our opponent didn't do much, which probably made it feel worse. Like, yeah, I guess if like they absolutely went off and their deck like ridiculously high rolled, I wouldn't have had as much of an issue with losing that. But like, they medium rolled, we medium rolled, and their medium roll beat ours off the premise of them getting to 6 mana and just wiping our board. So we're going to end that video there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like or comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you've got any good tech against Hatebears, because I would love to hear it at the moment. Yep, thanks for that, guys. I'll see you next time. Cheers.